Hello, I'm Penny Metcalf and this is the Sounds and Thoughts meditation. So firstly, make sure you're sitting somewhere where your spine is supported and your feet are able to be flat on the floor. Bringing your hands to rest in your lap and closing your eyes when you feel ready. You're just going to start by bringing your awareness to your breath. Just noticing where you can feel that breath coming in and out of your body. And thoughts will be coming and going in your mind, but you're just going to practice letting them be and bringing your focus back to where you want it to be. Trying to follow the breath from the beginning of the in-breath to the end of the out-breath. Maintaining your focus on the physical sensations of the breath, the rise and the fall of the body. Allowing the body to breathe normally and just noticing that some breaths are longer than others. Sometimes there are pauses between the breaths. This is one thing in life that you don't have to control. And then taking the focus into the body. Moving the focus from the breath onto the physical sensations that you find in the body today. Starting with the feet on the floor, just noticing what you can feel. And moving up the legs to the knees. To the hips. The space between the hips and the shoulders. And then moving down your arms from the shoulders to the elbows. Elbows to the wrists. Into the hands and the fingers and thumbs. And then moving up from the shoulders through the neck into the head and the face. Just noticing if you're holding any tension in your brow or your jaw, and maybe choosing to release that tension. And then when you're ready, you're going to move that focus from your body to the sounds around you. Just noticing what sounds are in the room, or maybe outside the room. And try not to label them in terms of what has caused the sound, but rather just to notice the raw sensation of the sound, its pitch, its volume. Resisting the temptation to attach a story to it. And try not to judge the sounds in terms of whether they are pleasurable or not, just accepting them for what they are. Noticing the sounds that are close to you, and maybe becoming aware of the sounds that are further away. And just noticing the times if there's any absence of sound. And if at any point the mind wanders off, just noticing where it has gone, noticing the distraction, and bringing it back to where you want it to be. Trying to maintain the focus purely on the sounds that are around you. Just noticing the volume, the pitch, resisting the temptation to label or add stories. And each time the mind wanders off, just noticing where it has gone and bringing it back to the sounds. Each time you notice that, you're developing your ability to control your focus in the future. And then letting go of the sounds and taking the focus back to your breath. Just noticing the sensations of the breath from the beginning of the in-breath to the end of the out-breath. And then taking your focus onto your thoughts in the same way as you did the sounds. Just noticing as the thoughts come and go. Try not to get caught up in them or add any stories to them. You might find that when you bring your attention to your thoughts, the thoughts have a tendency to disappear, and this is completely normal and completely fine. If that is the case, just enjoy the quiet. There's no need to try to make the thoughts come. It's just a case of noticing them when they arise and try not to get caught up in them. And if the thoughts do come and go, the idea is to try to see them like buses that are passing without getting on the bus and going with it. You don't need to get involved with the thoughts or the stories they bring. If you do get distracted or caught up in a story, just try to bring your focus back to where you want it to be. Or maybe bring it back to the breath and then start again, doing whatever's right for you. And then letting all the thoughts go and bringing your attention back to your breath. And then taking the focus back into the body. Noticing any sensations that are around at the moment. Scanning through the body. And then bringing your attention to all the points of contact between your body and the surface beneath it. Feeling the weight pressing down and the surface supporting you. And then expanding your focus to take in the room around you, becoming more aware of the light and the sounds in the room, and open your eyes when you feel ready.